They all have different names. Hadouken, Zangief. So I named this one Guinness. This one's named Tetris. Now, when you see this one, you'll know why it's named Tetris. See, it's crooked as can be. See it?
Yeah.
It's like a Tetris piece, the old Nintendo game.
Yeah.
So his name's Tetris. When I was 19, I joined the Navy. After all the training, they said, where do you want to go? And I picked Hawaii. I'm a surfer, a bodyboarder. I like the water always. So that was what really got me. Once I moved here, I knew I was going to stay. So I'm not leaving. Yeah, I'm here, man. Plus the fish like it here too. I have 2 daughters. And when they were 5 and 6, they told me, "Daddy, we want to get a goldfish." And I said, "No way," because I'm not going to take care of it. I don't want to do the water changes. You remember what it's like when you play the ping pong game at the state fair and you get the little, it's a disaster. That's what I remembered. So I said no, and of course Santa Claus brought a tank. The next rainy day I said, all right, let's go to Walmart and we'll go pick out some goldfish from the tank. And when I was there, I saw like a long tail comet. And it was red, and I was amazed. Honestly, I never seen a goldfish like that. Even though it was a comet, I still never seen one that nice. And I thought, I'm getting that one's for Dad. So I got a comet, and I got a Ryukin and a baby koi, and we put it in a 10-gallon tank. And I thought for sure, I just got to manage these fish until they die, and then I can sell this tank. We can get back to our routine, and no big deal. But this is my breeder tank. It's a 75. This is my favorite tank. But what I do is I just put straight water in there and air stones. I got 4 going, and I put whatever fish I want to try to breed. Now the next project is this male Ryukin with Paulie's female Ryukin right here. Now this is my fiance's brother's female. He groomed this fish from when it was a baby. So he got this when it was the size of a quarter. Now she's big, and I noticed that the kids were watching TV less. And I liked that, and I know they wanted to help when I did water changes. They wanted to feed it, so I thought, okay, this is a good hobby. This one was bred in the neighborhood, but the parents came from King Koi in California. She's the mother of those ranchu next to you too, that I bred with the Hayashi male. Somebody came over one time to buy a sofa that I was going to sell online, and he said, "Wow, that's a beautiful Ryukin. I bet you it's over $100. And I said, what are you talking about? That's a goldfish. And he said, "Yeah, it's a Ryukin goldfish." And that's how much I knew. I said, "Oh, all right, well, if you buy the sofa, I'll give it to you for free." And he said, no, keep it. So after he said that, I was motivated to look up goldfish online, different kinds. I started researching, I started buying more, and watching them, I thought, I want some baby goldfish.
How old are these?
Oh, wow, maybe 2 months, maybe.
Oh, that's it, huh? That's pretty big for 2 months.
I do a lot of water changes to keep them. I think the secret to growing them big is a lot of food and water changes. I think it's the freshness of the water. You know what I mean? If the tank is bigger, it takes longer to pollute, but this is just my theory. I think if I put this basket like this, and I trapped the fish in it, as long as the water went through that was fresh, I think the fish would outgrow the basket because the water is fresh. But I think when people explain it just to save time, they say bigger the tank, the bigger they grow, which is true. Because if you put one fish in a big tank, it's going to take it forever to make that tank dirty versus a little tank.
Right. So do you agree with the whole, 10-gallon per fish rule? Or?
If anyone was asking me that, I would tell them that. That's just a basic care for someone that's busy in their normal, routine. It doesn't matter for me because I'm changing the water so much that rule doesn't apply.
How often do you change?
I change 25% every day or every other day. So I don't mess with the chemical balance.
Right.
It's still their bacteria. But once you start changing more than 50%, you start going into the red zone. You're just upping the risk.
What would you say to somebody who says, you need at least 10 gallons per goldfish, or that's too many fish per tub? What do you say to that?
I would say you're absolutely right, but I do keep up with my water changes. There's no one way to do anything. That's not the human spirit anyway. We always are looking for more ways. People should always try different ways. Like if you have a filter on your tank, that's good. If you don't have a filter on your tank, maybe that person changes their water often, or maybe that maybe they live in a rainy area. Maybe there's just something that you don't even really know that they got going on. It's better to ask. This one right here, somebody gave me this one. His name is Jay. The tail separation is beautiful. You know, even the colors are red. The wen is red, you know? And look at the strength. So if I can breed that into my line, that would make me happy. Even if I could start a new line with that fish, that would make me happy. I like certain features about the Oranda, but you know, I also like the Ranchu. But I really like the high arch on the Ranchu. I like how like the 45-degree tail comes up and spread. Basically, the back half of my fish, I want to look like a Ranchu. Even the head, I like the full helmet like a Ranchu. Basically, I want a Ranchu with a tiny little dorsal fin that just says, I'm an Oranda. This is what every single thing on here you see is what I want. I don't mind the black with the orange coming through. That looks cool to me. I like the football helmet. Look at this tiny little baby fin up top, dorsal fin. I love it. This little stubby tail. And if every one of them looked like this, I'd be a happy goldfish breeder. And I would want everyone to see that fish and say, that's Mr. Brown's Goldies. I don't really care about the sales. It's more about getting them out there. And that's how they do it. Traditionally, it's about keeping the hobby going, making new ones. I love this. I'll tell you why. I believe that our purpose on earth is to make the earth beautiful. That's what I believe. And I think my job specifically is to make these goldfish. Everybody's doing something, you know? I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So hopefully in the next life, I get to do this there also with the millions of others that do it also. You know what I mean? But here, what I'd like to do here, squeeze out the female's eggs. Like I'll swirl it around, like if this is the tub, I'd swirl it,
right.
and then I would squeeze her.
Sure.
So that the eggs spread. And then I put her back, or I set her aside for another male. I wake up in the morning early, from 4 a.m. to 6, 7 is when they're gonna start. That's when they breed. That's not mine, that's goldfish. So when I come out, if I can see the males chasing, that's how I know. This female came from Delaware. Like she got shipped from Philly to Florida, from Florida to Hawaii, and she's still alive. And then she was my only female, and from her, like this is a nice fish. That's a nice hood.
Wow.
This one's her daughter. It would be great to put Hawaii on the map. It'd be great to put my hometown on the map and my grandfather's last name in a hobby like this where it's not exclusive. You know, and anyone that got into this hobby knows it's for everybody. So it would be great if everyone that wants one of my fish could have one. And it's like when you hear goldfish, you hear people say Japan, you say China, and hopefully one day with all the hobbyists here and keepers here and breeders here, one day they'll go and Hawaii. So, and I just want to be part of that, you know, and Mr. Brown's Goldies. I like the Sakura scales like that. The head is not too big, and I like that too, because I like the function and mobility. That's why I mean, that fish isn't like competition style full wen. So this is the brother of that last one that I showed you.
Yeah.
This is what I want. You see these freckles, these black streaks?
Yes.
I love it. You know, if this fish was more red, better.
Right.
Orange is good. You know, this would be considered red. But look, you can see he's got a nice football helmet. His body, look, he's got a nice arch like a Ranchu. That's just from the bloodline, from breeding it down. Because the father of this one is Oranda. When I first got into the hobby, I had a flip phone. You know, the pictures weren't that great. And I was taking pictures of my fish, and I was showing people in my class. They're like, what is this phone? What are you doing? Once I got on Instagram, I was hanging out with the guys from Kalihi Pets. That pet store is like, it's a neighborhood pet store. It's not like a franchise. And I like those. You know, I think a lot of people do.
I mean, we can go over there, right? We can see it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go then. Let's go right now.
Yeah, let's go. These guys were standing in the circle the night when we said we're going to do the Goldfish Union hashtag. Yeah. It was just like this. Semicircle, you were right there, and we were just chilling. And I said, yo guys, let's start a hashtag so that we can see each other's fish like on one page. So let's do one hashtag. And then they said, well, what do you think? And everyone in Hawaii, like for fun, like Chicken Fighters Union, Scrap Metal Union, you know, just like the guys, like, you know, anything if you're proud of what you do, they put the union on it. And they were like, yeah, what do you want? And I said, let's use Goldfish Union.
Oh, that's your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one who started it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my God, I had no idea. I had no idea. We want everybody to use it, you know, in the community so that we can see everybody's fish. People were reaching out, like, what is that, Goldfish Union? How do I join? And I was like, you don't join, man, just go. The very first time I ever bred, I remember when I would pray,
I would say, if I could just have one survivor from the batch of eggs, and nobody knew that prayer. It was just me. So like, people would walk by the tanks and they were dying. You know, the fry were dying. I didn't know what I was doing. My Uncle Rick, he walked by, he goes, oh, you know, that's all right, Joseph, you know, you still got a lot in there. And he didn't know that I was ecstatic, you know what I mean, that I still had so many. You know, he thought that I was sad that they were dying because I only wanted one. You know, these guys didn't know that. Even when I was down to 4, basically at the end of it, I only had 4 fish, but it wasn't only had 4. I had 4. You know, because I only wanted one. I had 4 survivors, and I was so excited. 4 was enough for me to go again. This is Kalihi Pets. We're gonna check out my friend JR and Sherwin, Cacho. These guys, they work here. They've always been my connect over here. What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Tyrone? Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, man?
How's it going? I'm doing a video, man. How are you? Look at these ranchu, man. Beautiful. And look at these little pearls, man. These are not junk. These are nice. You know, these are better. Look at that guy. That guy's fat. I might get one of these guys. Whoa!
Hey, what's
look
up,
at Sherwin. Nice, man.
Hey.
This is Sherwin Cacho. Oh yeah, there's JR. This is the other brother.
Hello.
Nice. So these are the guys, and Stanley's the other brother. He's at work, but I was just telling him that you guys always give me the heads up. Yo, some of these guys look awesome, man. These ranchu. Have to have this.
Have to have the.
Nope, I changed my mind. This is the guy. This is where I come no matter what. I live on the other side of the island. I still come here for fish, for sure. I love them. I love them. You know, these guys, cichlids are beautiful. You know, tetras are beautiful. But I mean, these guys are beautiful. There's no difference in beauty. It's just these guys are friendly. They're interactive. They're kind of like, they're happy to see you because, you know, they associate you with food. This is easy for anybody. I like that too, because like anybody can do it. And they're like little bodybuilders. You know, they're fun. I'm their trainer. This is the mother.
Oh, that's the mother.
This is the mother, yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, because this was my only female, so I know this fish bred naturally. I don't know who the father is. And I just found one fry in with my Corridoras, and it was a goldfish fry. So there was all Corridora fry and one goldfish fry. This guy, one. So this guy was raised thinking it was a Cory cat. If anyone's thinking about getting into this hobby, I'd say because the advances in technology, automatic, do your research. Don't overthink it. And don't give up. You're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna be easy. You're still gonna be sad, but you're not the only one that it's happened to, so don't give up. Shoot, there's times I definitely wanted to give up. And I had people even outside of the hobby say, don't give up, it's gonna happen, you know, just keep going. I was like, yeah, you know, you're right. So, hey, Mr. Brown's Goldies, you know, that's it. You know, I don't need nothing else, just for like, you know, if they just say, we see you over there in Hawaii, because we love goldfish too, you know. I was in an apartment, yeah.
Oh, you kept them in the lanai or something like that, right?
Right in my room. Yeah, I didn't have a choice. We only had a 1-bedroom.
And they got to be that big.
Yeah, so we slept in the living room, and we put the fish in the room, the bedroom. Yeah, I promise. Yeah, we slept in the living room. Like we made it a studio just for the fish. And I'll squeeze his belly too, gently too. I say squeeze, but you know what I mean, like light pressure.